What is absolutely happening, guys, man? I just want to say welcome to the channel. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I'd highly appreciate it. And today, man, we are switching over to the college football, man. We got an elimination game in Athens. Number 7 Tennessee goes to number 12 Georgia. So in Athens, and this game is going to be absolutely electric, man. I'm talking about it is going to be extremely loud, man. Like, for real. This is going to be a really good game. And I just have to note that Carson Beck has not been the quarterback that Georgia has been hoping for. A playoff football arrived early, so this is an elimination game for Georgia's. As I said, quarterback play for Georgia. Carson Beck has thrown over 11 interceptions in his last 4 or 5 games, and that is absolutely horrific. He threw 3 against Florida. He's thrown more to Ole Miss. He's thrown at least 2 interceptions in his last 2 games. Number 12 Georgia enters uncharted territory and leans into head coach Kirby Smart history of avoided consecutive losses, with number 7 Tennessee coming to Athens on Saturday night for what amounts to a playoff elimination game, man. And this, so Georgia, they're 7-2 on the season and 5-2 in the SEC, and they're coming off a 28-10 loss at then number 16 Ole Miss. The Bulldogs, they fell to a non-Alabama team for the first time since 2020, which is also the last time the Bulldogs had at least 2 losses, in a season as well. They're looking to avoid really a second straight defeat for the first time since Smart's debut season in 2016. So Georgia's current ranking pieces is outside of the 12-team playoff bracket. That's because number 13 Boise State would be the 12th team in the field, as it stands as the 5th best conference champion, man. So winning the next 3 games on the schedule would likely be enough for Georgia to fit into the field of 12. The Bulldogs fell 9 spot in Tuesday's college football ranking, and at number 12 hold the lowest ranking entering a game since November. It was in November of 2020. So the thing is, the Vols, man, they are 8-1 on the season and 5-1 in the SEC. They lost to Arkansas as their only loss, which is like a very weird loss as well. They enter on a conference best 4-game winning streak and beat common opponent Alabama 24-17. The Crimson Tide outlasted Georgia 41-31. It was 41-34 on September 28th. And Georgia hasn't lost to Tennessee since 2016. The Volunteers quarterback Josh Dobbs connected on a Hail Mary attempt as time expired, and a shocker win was the last time Tennessee beat UGA. The Volunteers hope to have the services of a quarterback in Nico, who sustained a concussion and missed the second half of Saturday's 33-14 victory over Mississippi State. Nico remained in concussion protocol on Thursday and listed questionable, but they did say today that he is going to be playing. So, earlier in the week, Volunteers head coach Josh was confident that the sophomore will be good to go, and he's ready to go, and he's really trying to make a statement against his Georgia team. Georgia will be without leader rusher Trevor due to his rib injury, Trevor Etienne. He rushed for 477 yards and 7 touchdowns. So they're going to be relying on their freshman running back, Nate Frazier, will be the main ball carrier against the Volunteers. He is second on the team with 333 rushing yards and has scored 3 touchdowns on the ground. So even if the Bulldogs are going to beat Tennessee for an 8th straight time. They'll need more from quarterback Carson Beck, who has been a disappointment to say the least for Georgia. You know, after a 24 touchdown, 6 interception season in 2023, Beck entered this season among the preseason Heisman Trophy favorites. But the fifth-year seniors campaign has left much to be desired, really. You know, in Saturday's loss to Ole Miss, Beck threw for 186 yards and an interception while fumbling twice. Beck is now tied for an FBS most 12 picks this season, including 9 in his past 4 games. Despite the underwhelming numbers, Smart won't entertain this idea of making a change under center, man. So we'll just have to see. You know, Georgia's 10 points represents its lowest output since week 1, since the 2021 season. When the Bulldogs beat Clemson 10-3, Smart knows his offense will have to step up against a Tennessee defense that allows just 12 points per game, which is 5th fewest in the country. So Tennessee is a very defensive-minded team, so they will be ready. You know, the Volunteers defense has yet to allow 20 points in a game, the most coming in its only loss to a 19-14 defeat in the first week of October to Arkansas. You know, since that upset, Tennessee has smothered opposing offenses, most recently holding Mississippi State to 271 total yards offensively. Nico threw for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns exiting in the second quarter. So with Tennessee eyeing its first college football playoff appearance, you know, Tennessee's head coach understands his team will have to earn a season-defying win. So the thing is, will Nico not make the mistakes that I saw that he threw it when Alabama? When he was pressured, he threw it into the defense with interceptions. Nico, for the quarterback, he knows his defense is going to back him up, but will he make the mistakes down the stretch? And how efficiently will Carson Beck be in this game? Will we see the Carson Beck that we saw in the second half against Alabama, or will we see the Carson Beck that we saw against Texas, where he threw 3 interceptions? This game is going to be measured by which quarterback makes the mistakes down the stretch, and who will prevail in the end, who will get the stops, stop the run game, get the interceptions, help man-man coverage, and play zone efficiently. So we'll just have to see. And who do you got tonight against the Georgia-Tennessee game, man? This game is going to be electric in Athens, and we'll just have to see who comes on top. Who do you think is going to be on top? Will it be the Rocky Top Volunteers or the UGA Dogs? Let's see and find out tonight. What do you guys think?